Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to start another topic, that is incomplete dominance. See, in the previous lecture we have done different laws given by the Mendel, that was law of dominance and law of segregation and law of independent assortment. So in these three laws we have done that out of these three laws, in two laws we are having some exception, and in case of law of segregation there was no exception, so we said it is a universal law. But the law of dominance is not a universal. Why? Because it is having some exception. And what are these exceptions? These are the incomplete dominance, codominance, and we will study these exception here. So let's start with the first one, that is incomplete dominance. It means that no one is dominant to the other one. Okay, so that's why the name incomplete. Incomplete dominance, what was happening there? There will be the dominant part was dominant over the recessive one, but here there is no dominancy and no recessiveness, because that out of them there will be formation of intermediate compound, or we can say here in this case we are not using word compound, intermediate offspring, which will take the character from both the parents, but they are not exactly like the parents in the F1 generation. Okay, so that's why I have written here none of the allele dominate over the other. Okay, so no one is going to dominate to the other part. Second point, characters appearing in the F1 generation is not resembling with the either of the parents. So in F1 generation there will be no dominancy, or the thing which we are getting here, or the offspring which we are getting here, they will not exactly same like their parents. They are somehow different from their parents. And the third one, phenotypic ratio and the genotypic ratio are same in case of F2 generation. And what will be the ratio here? 1:2:1, both the phenotypic as well as genotypic. So now I will explain you how it will work here. So in case of dominance, we are having two parents. First of all, we are taking parents. Parents are what? The plant which is having red color flower. Okay, here I have said the phenotype of the parents is red, and another plant which will form the white flower, and red we are taking with the capital R, and white we are showing with the small r. Fine, this is phenotype and this one is genotype. Like in dominance, what we were taking? We were taking the tall as well as dwarf, and we were crossing there. So same we have taken the another flower here. And the example is Mirabilis jalapa, which is also known as 4 o'clock plant. And this plant having red flower as well as white flower. And here we are saying red is a dominant and white is a recessive one. But when we will cross it, in F1 generation you will find some offspring. Okay, and here also before that there will be gamete formation. So what type of gametes it will form here? R. Okay, same type of gamete here. Here also it will form small r. Fine. So how many possibility are there? We are getting only one type, and what it is? Capital R and small r. Okay, so it is different from the both of the parent, and this F1 having the characteristics from both the parents, some from here and some from here, but they are not showing it here. So what it will form? It is all are pink. So in F1 generation, see, if I will make cross here, so we will get all are pink in color. So Mirabilis jalapa plant in the F1 generation, they will take all the pink color. Why? Because we are saying that in case of law of dominance, if it would be like law of dominance, so what would be its color? Its color should be red. But that law of dominance is not followed here in this incomplete dominance. That's why we said that is a exception one. Okay, and in all the ways, in all the things, it is not necessary that law of dominance will work here. Now again we will take the F2 generation. So for F2 generation, what we were doing there, same we will do it here also. We will take capital R, small r, and we are going for the selfing or the self cross. Fine. Now again there will be gamete formation. So in gamete formation, what will happen? It will form a capital R, small r type of gametes, and it will form again capital R, small r type of gametes. In F2 generation, if you will see here, what you will find that how it will combine capital R with capital R, again this one capital R, small r, again this with this one capital R, small r, and this one with the last one small r, small r. So what you are watching here, that in F1 generation we are getting the intermediate of both the parents, but in F2 generation those characters which are not able to express themselves, they will express in the F2 generation. Here we said that there may be some blending of character, but the F2 generation shows that there is no such type of blending, because out of these 25% and this 25% is showing the same character with their parents one. As we know that phenotypically what it will show? Phenotypically it will show red color, phenotypically it will show white color, which is 25%, and this one is also 25%, and the rest of the 50% is of pink in color. Okay, you will not say that it will form dominant red. Why? Because it is an incomplete dominance. And now if you will see the phenotypic ratio, what would be the phenotypic ratio? 1:2:1. Okay, which we can see from the eyes. And if we will compare the genotypic ratio, so what will be the genotypic ratio? That homozygote red, we can say, or homozygote, it will be capital R, 1. Heterozygote, we are having 2 heterozygotes, and again homozygous recessive we are having 1. So what would be the genotypic ratio? 1 homozygote dominant, 2 heterozygote, and 1 homozygote recessive. So again if you will see the phenotypic ratio and the genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Okay, if we will talk about in terms of percentage, 25%, 50% and 25%. Fine. So this is all about the incomplete dominance, that no one is dominating to another one. Okay, instead of that, what was happening? There is a formation of a new intermediates in case of incomplete dominance. Fine. So next we will start with the another one, that is codominance. Another one is codominance. In incomplete dominance, we have done that no one is dominating, there will be formation of intermediate one. But here in this one, 2 of the alleles both are able to express themselves. Okay, it means that both are dominant and no one is suppressing to the another one. So that thing I have written here, 2 alleles are able to express themselves independently when present together. It means that if we will cross, or if we will take 2 types of parents or 2 types of alleles here, so the mixture which we will get here, they will not dominate to other one, or we can say both will express in the F1, or both will express in the subsequent generation. How? For example, if I say the blood group, example of codominance is ABO blood group. In human being, what type of blood group system is there? ABO blood group system is there. And how many types of blood group? A, B, O, before that I will write A, B and O. Okay, and these all blood group governed by one gene. That gene is what? That gene is I. So we can say the blood group system of human controlled by the I gene, which I have written here, controlled by the gene I, and this gene I having 3 alleles. Okay, these are having 3 alleles. What are they? I A or I B and I. Here I am also correcting it. I A, I B and small I. Okay, so these are the 3 alleles which is formed by this I gene. Generally what we know about the gene having the 2 alleles, but here we are having 3 alleles. So here I am explaining that it is also a example of multiple alleles. Okay, so multiple alleles means what? In which the 3 alleles are governing by the one gene, or we can say one gene is governing 3 alleles. Right? So here we are having these 3 alleles, and out of these 3, these 2 are dominant one. What are they? These 2 are dominant one, and this one is recessive one. Okay, this one is dominant one and another one is recessive one. While another point about this IA and IB is that they are producing antigen. Okay, they are producing the antigen on the surface of RBC. For example, if it is a RBC, so this IA having the capacity to forming a type of glycoprotein on the surface of this RBC. Okay, so what type of antigen it will form? A antigen. So IA will form A type of antigen, as well as if you see the IB, it is also forming surface antigen on the RBC. So what type of antigen it will form? B type of antigen. Right? That's why if you have studied about the group antigen, so you can understand that how these antigen are forming and which one is not forming. Now, if you will compare the small I, they will not form any antigen. Okay, so they are not forming any antigen on the surface of RBC. So this is general information about the blood groups. Now I will explain you that how these things are affecting. Okay, so let's see here. For example, if I say that it is a genotype, okay, and I have to say in blood group A, what type of the possible genotypes it can form? Can you explain me how many types it can form? IA. We are representing this blood group with IA and IA. For example, if both alleles are IA and IA, possibility it can be that if this IA will combine with the recessive one, this small I. Okay, this is also the possibility, and we know that which one is the blood group A, IA in both the cases where AA is present, or there will be chances that in at least one A is there. Okay, now about the antigen, if we will talk about the antigen, if we will talk about the antigen, so what type of antigen it will form? Antigen A. Another blood group is B. B blood group, what are the possible genotypes of this blood group? It may be IB or it may be IB. Both alleles are IB, or there may be chances that this IB will combine with this small I. Fine. So what type of blood group it will form? B blood group. And what type of antigen will be there? Antigen will be B. Okay. And the third type of blood group which we are having, AB. Okay. There will be chances that IA or IB. So what it will form? IA and IB. This is the example of codominance. In this codominance, what is happening? Both the blood group are able to express itself independently, and both are responding and both are expressing. How? Due to the IA and IB, what will happen? If any parent having the blood group A and another one blood group B, when you will combine both of them, what will happen? There will be a formation of blood group AB, and this AB blood group is the specific one. Okay, this is not a mixture or this is not an intermediate. What it is, both are showing its character or both are expressing themselves here. So here we can say this is example of codominance. And what type of antigen it will form? Antigen AB. Fine. Here another one, we are having blood group O. So how this blood group O forms? It forms when there will be combination of I and I. So this is the genotype of blood group O, and what it will do, there will be no formation of antigen, as I have said that recessive having no capacity to form the surface antigen. So here you have to understand how I have made this table and what are the possible combination which can be formed by the 4 blood groups. Okay, now for your ease, in your NCERT it is written that 3 different alleles may produce 6 different genotypes, as we know that we are having 3 alleles. These 3 alleles are IA, IB and I. And what are the possible genotypes? They are having 6 possible genotypes. Fine. Now if you will see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 genotypes. Okay, here I have shown same thing in this diagram also, but here we can find out the blood group of offspring. For example, if any parent having blood group of having allele IA, okay, gene which is governing A1, and another parent having the same IA, what it will form? IA and IA. Same thing I have said to you, both are showing their character, and the possible blood type of the offspring will be A here. If one parent is having A, another parent having B, so the genotype of the offspring, okay, so it will be combination IA and IB. So what is happening here? Both are showing their character, both are expressing here. And what type of blood group in the offspring? AB blood group. Are you watching here? What is happening? Both IA and IB having different, and they are showing in their offspring. And this offspring having what type of blood group? AB. If any parent having A and another one, it is having recessive one. So again this recessive one having no antigen. So what type of blood group it will show? Only blood group A. Right? Same thing. Here I have taken all 3 combination of IAA. Here I have taken all IB. So I will cross with same IA, IB and I. So IB will cross with the IA, same IA and IB. Blood group is in the offspring AB. IB cross with the IB. Both are IB. So in genotypes both will form, and the blood group will be blood group B. Again, if B blood group will combine with the another recessive one, as we have said in this one, what is happening? IA is showing, here only IB is showing, and this small I is the recessive one. And when 2 recessive will combine with each other, in the genotype of the offspring will be small II, and the blood group of that genotype of that offspring would be blood group O. Right? And whenever we are talking about the codominance, so this AB is the most appropriate one, because both are showing its character here, or both are showing their expression. Okay, so here we have done about the blood group, and multiple alleles is also the example of this blood group, or we can say this blood group is example of multiple alleles. Why? Because generally it happens that only one gene is governing 2 alleles, but here 3 alleles are there for controlling 1 gene. Okay, now I have one more example for you, that is coat color in the cattle. I am rubbing it here. Coat cattle means that, for example, if I say one cattle or one parent is of black coat, okay, the outer appearance is black, and I am showing with the capital B and capital B. When I will cross this one to the another one with the recessive one, that is white. Okay, so it is having white coat which I am showing with the small b. Now if you will cross it here, BB gametes will form here, small b. if I will cross them, what you will get here, all are capital B, small b, capital B, small b. But if it would be like law of dominance, so what it would show? Black color. But here it is a codominant. It means that both alleles, capital B or capital or small b, both will express it here. So we can say all are capital B, small b. And if you will see phenotypically in the cattle, you can see that some patches are of black and some patches are of white. Okay, both are living together, both are present together, both the alleles are present together, but they are not suppressing to the other one, or we can say no one is dominating to the other one. Either of that, what is happening in this case, this black will form its black color in the cattle, or we can say the roan color. Okay, so roan coat will form in the cattle. For example, it is a cattle or is a and body of cattle. So some patches you can see of black and some patches of white. So both will observable in the cattle. This is example of codominance. Fine. So here we have completed our today's lecture. Fine. If there will be any doubt, so let me know, and we will discuss the another topic in the next lecture. Thank you.